Hello, this is Athena Jezik. I had a request from one of the commenters, and he's asked it many times, and it's finally time for me to produce it. It is about taking care of your own feet, how to exactly massage your feet and take care of your own feet. So I will show you a little bit how to do that and give you some tips so that you can figure some other things out for what your needs are. Okay, the first thing you want to do is probably sit in a chair or the floor or whatever you can do to get to your foot, because you definitely have to get to your foot if you're going to work on your own feet. Now that you're sitting and you have a hold of your foot, or however you can do that, you want to get some kind of an oil or coconut oil or shea butter or something like that where you can put it on your feet, and you want to get it to where any kind of calluses are. Now, my feet are not the most perfect feet. They've been through a lot. They've gotten me around very well. They've been stuffed in toe shoes. They've been stuffed in ice skates. They've been stuffed in all, ski boots and all that kind of stuff. But fortunately, I've been able to keep them pretty well shaped without a lot of crossing of the toes and bunching them up. So you just want to start. Now, there's a lot of videos out there that are produced already that are going to explain things a little bit more, so you can go back and review those. But you just want to work pretty much how you work on another person. We can go up that arch and feel the bones in there and just push as much pressure as you want to. The bottom of the feet are kind of like soles of the shoes. They're pretty tough, especially if you go barefoot. Around the bones, between the toes, just between the toes, down around the heel, making circular motions, using your thumbs, just whatever works for you. And then on the top of the feet, you can work down between the toes. And you can go around the toes, move the toes, this is big movements of the toes. And then if you want, if you know how to do the subtle technique stuff, you can get into the joints that way and work each toe with the subtle anatomy. And that's something that is really important, to be able to find that subtle anatomy and get down there deeper into that to straighten the toes out a little more. And just feel that subtle anatomy going for it and moving. And you can tell the changes really quickly, but that's a special technique. But I do have a course that explains all of this out to you. So please take a look at the fundamentals of subtle anatomy. And that way you'll have even more tools in your toolbox. And so you're working the subtle anatomy here. And you can work the subtle anatomy coming up through where the toes are, the little phalanges are attaching into the tarsals. And then you can do toe stretches, which is putting that little that finger underneath the toes and bending the toes over. Might be kind of hard to see, but bending the toes that way. Then while you're holding it there, point those toes if you can. Sometimes you're going to feel a little bit of a Charlie horse maybe coming in the arch, so you can work the arch at that same time. Then you can bend the toes back and pull them back with your foot and get a nice stretch in the Achilles tendon and just working it. And then just whenever you feel like you've got it well covered and it feels like it's been taken care of and you've given your foot a little bit of love and appreciation for all the work it does, then you can just get ready to start on your second foot. So there's putting the stuff on. So on this foot, it's a little bit different angle, so I'm going to show you. You can, go between the toes, which is all shown in the other videos that I have out there. And just working the feet around arches and the whole bit, so it's just the same thing. You got a little bit of a different angle to see the toes on this one. But just do what feels good. Do what feels good on your foot. If you hear cracks and pops because the bones are changing position, if there's no pain involved with it, it's supposed to happen. It needs to be in a different position. So don't worry about any of that. And there you have it. So thank you so much for viewing, and I will see you in the next video. I want to invite you to explore my course, The Foundations of Subtle Alignment. This course is going to take you beyond the work of massage therapy. It will take you into the world of the subtle anatomy. Misalignment of the subtle structures is often the root cause of chronic pain, injuries, and chronically high levels of stress hormones. In this course, you will learn a protocol for assessing and aligning the subtle structures.